Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan isn't just one of the best protagonists in gaming, he might be the best. And that's not an exaggeration. What makes Arthur special is his brutal honesty with himself. He's a man raised by outlaws, shaped by violence, but deep down, he knows the life he's living is wrong. Arthur isn't trying to be a hero, he's just trying to survive in a world that's moving on without him. Roger Clark's performance brings Arthur to life in ways most games never achieve. The way Arthur talks, moves, even the way he writes in his journal, everything feels real. You're not just playing a character, you're watching a man slowly come to terms with his own mortality. When Arthur contracts tuberculosis, everything changes. He knows he's going to pass away, but instead of giving up, he uses his final days to save John Marston and give him the future Arthur never had. It's redemption that comes too late for Arthur, but it's redemption nonetheless. Arthur's story hits hard because it's a reminder that sometimes the best thing we can do is make sure the people we care about have a chance we never got. He's flawed, he's broken, but he's unforgettable. That's what makes him one of gaming's greatest protagonists. Ezio Auditore. Ezio Auditore da Firenze is the face of Assassin's Creed, and honestly, he deserves that title. Born into nobility in Renaissance Italy, Ezio had everything: a loving family, wealth, and a bright future. Then, in one night, everything was taken from him. His father and brothers were wrongfully executed, forcing Ezio to flee and eventually discover his family's assassin heritage. What makes Ezio so special is that we got to experience his entire life, 3 games, birth to death. We watched a reckless teenager transform into a wise master assassin. That kind of character development is rare in gaming. Ezio's charm is undeniable. He's confident, charismatic, and has this effortless coolness that makes him instantly likable. But beneath that charm is a man driven by loss and duty. He rebuilt the Assassin Brotherhood in Rome, discovered Altair's secrets in Constantinople, and eventually found peace in his final years. The final scene in Assassin's Creed Embers, where an elderly Ezio sits on a bench and passes away peacefully, is one of gaming's most emotional moments. He lived a full life. He fought for what he believed in, and he went out on his own terms. Ezio is the gold standard for video game protagonists. He's proof that you can have a fully realized character across multiple games and still keep players invested every step of the way. Master Chief. Master Chief is more than a character. He's a legend, the face of Xbox, a symbol of hope for humanity. Born as John 117, Chief was taken as a child and trained to become a Spartan super soldier. He's faster, stronger, and more capable than any normal human. But that's not what makes him great. What makes Master Chief iconic is his humanity beneath the armor. For years, he was the silent hero, a man of few words who let his actions speak. But in Halo 4, we finally saw his vulnerability. His relationship with Cortana, the AI companion who's been with him from the beginning, becomes the emotional core of the story. When Cortana begins to deteriorate, Chief's desperation to save her reveals the man inside the armor. Chief isn't just a super soldier. He's someone who cares deeply about those around him, even if he doesn't show it. His loyalty to his team, his unwavering sense of duty, and his refusal to give up make him a hero in the truest sense. Steve Downes' voice performance gives Chief a calm, commanding presence. He doesn't need to say much. When he speaks, it matters. Master Chief has saved humanity countless times. He's fought impossible odds and won. But what makes him truly great is that underneath all that armor, he's still human, and that's why we keep coming back. Big Boss. Big Boss is one of gaming's most complex characters, a hero who became a villain, a legend who fell from grace. In Metal Gear Solid 3, we meet him as Naked Snake, a loyal soldier fighting for his country. He's charming, capable, and believes in doing the right thing. Then his mentor, the boss, betrays him, or so it seems. The truth is devastating. The boss was ordered to defect as part of a mission. She sacrificed everything for her country, knowing she'd be remembered as a traitor. Snake is forced to end her life, and when he learns the truth, it breaks him. That moment changes everything. Big Boss becomes disillusioned with governments, with loyalty, with the idea that soldiers are just tools to be used and discarded. So he creates Outer Heaven, a place where soldiers aren't controlled by nations. But his dream becomes twisted. He becomes the very thing he once fought against. David Hayter's voice performance in the early games gives Big Boss a grounded human feel. He's not a superhero. He's a man shaped by betrayal and loss. Big Boss's story is tragic because he started with good intentions. He wanted to create a better world for soldiers, but in the end, he became a villain. That fall from grace is what makes him one of gaming's most compelling protagonists. Lara Croft. Lara Croft is a gaming icon, the first lady of video games, and she's earned that title. When Lara debuted in 1996, she shattered expectations. At a time when most game protagonists were men, Lara was a confident, intelligent, and capable adventurer who didn't need anyone's help. She was Indiana Jones, but better. What makes Lara special is her evolution. The original Lara was a fearless aristocrat who explored tombs for the thrill of discovery. In the 2013 reboot, we saw her origin story, a young woman who starts out terrified but becomes a survivor through sheer determination. The modern Lara is more grounded, more human. She makes mistakes, she struggles, but she never gives up. That resilience is what makes her inspiring. Lara's impact goes beyond gaming. She's appeared in movies, comics, and even has her own star on the Walk of Game. Guinness World Records recognizes her as the best-selling video game heroine of all time. She's been featured on over 2,300 magazine covers. But more than the records, Lara represents empowerment. She's a character who proved that women could be the stars of their own adventures. She's smart, tough, and resourceful. And nearly 30 years later, she's still one of gaming's most recognizable faces. Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard is special because Shepard is you. Unlike most protagonists, Shepard isn't a fixed character. You choose their gender, appearance, backstory, and personality. Every major decision is yours, and those decisions follow you across 3 games. That level of player agency was revolutionary. But here's the magic. Despite all that customization, Shepard still feels like a complete character. Whether you play as a by-the-book paragon or a ruthless renegade, Shepard has a voice, a presence, a personality. Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale's voice performances bring Shepard to life, making every conversation feel meaningful. What makes Shepard truly great is the weight of responsibility. You're not just saving one person or one city. You're trying to save the entire galaxy from the Reapers, ancient machines bent on wiping out all organic life. The fate of entire species rests on your shoulders. Shepard builds relationships that matter, friendships, romances, rivalries, and those relationships carry consequences. People can live or perish based on your choices. That emotional investment is what makes Mass Effect unforgettable. Commander Shepard proves that a protagonist doesn't need to be a fixed character to be iconic. Sometimes, the best protagonist is the one who lets you write your own story, and Shepard does exactly that. Mario. Mario is gaming's ultimate icon. Created by Shigeru Miyamoto in 1981 as Jumpman, he's now the face of Nintendo and one of the most recognizable characters in the world. His strength is his simplicity. No tragic past, no complicated motives. He's just a plumber who saves Princess Peach, and that purity makes him timeless. Mario's design, red cap, mustache, overalls, is instantly identifiable, even to people who've never played a game. His versatility is unmatched. Platformers, RPGs, racing, sports, even being a doctor. With over 300 million games sold and appearances in movies, merchandise, and even the 2016 Olympics, Mario represents pure fun. After 40 years, he remains gaming's greatest mascot, Max Payne. Max Payne is gaming's strongest noir protagonist, a broken man in a broken world. Once a good cop with a loving family, his life is shattered when drugged criminals murder his wife and daughter. From there, Max descends into darkness, going undercover and eventually becoming a fugitive hunted by both the mob and the police. James McCaffrey's voice and Sam Lake's poetic, cynical writing give Max unforgettable noir monologues filled with metaphors and brutal honesty. Bullet time became iconic not just as a mechanic, but as a reflection of Max's mindset. Violence so intense it feels like time slows down. Max isn't a hero. He's a man driven by grief and revenge, but he keeps moving forward, making him one of gaming's most compelling characters. You can watch this video for the most tragic characters of the game world.